So we're here live at the World Bank spring meetings in Washington, D.C., and it's really been interesting to see how the world of finance has been reacting to everything that's going on in the world, particularly with the conflict in Iran. I think it's going to be a wild ride as we close out the rest of this year, and EB-5 is no different.
Yeah, we're looking at a couple of important deadlines coming up. We have our sunset date in 2027, but also the grandfathering date at the end of this year. What we've already been thinking about is how we can support potential investors who are affected by conflict and instability across the world.
That's so true. And, something else that was interesting to see is, of course, the growth numbers were adjusted very quickly in the past few weeks. And what stood out to me is there's still positive growth here in the U.S., and I think it's still a leading destination worldwide for potential investors.
Right, and I think the EB-5 program brings a certain kind of benefit that you don't see in just pure investment. It's something about community, it's about giving back, it's about creating jobs and really investing in communities and not just looking for some kind of financial gain. It's a way to reap the rewards of American immigration as well as creating jobs and giving back. EB-5 is one of those resources that's available that can really change communities and change lives.
And look, in the context of the World Bank, I know we're talking nation states, we're talking the biggest banks in the world, but EB-5 is not an insignificant market. It's a multi-billion-dollar market that creates real jobs, makes real people's lives better, and I think, deserves representation at an event like this.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I found really interesting in the sessions we were in was a real focus on the integrity of financial systems and to how that plays to the overall success of a country or an economic system. We do the same thing within our program, making sure that the investments that we receive are lawfully sourced and the projects that we are investing in will yield the results that are required both under the program and under our own mission.
That's right. And, you and I are both fascinated by the world of financial crime and sort of looking at how integrity can really influence the bottom line for businesses. And I think we've seen that stressed here.
One of the things that stood out, the statistic, was something like 3 to 5% of the GDP of certain countries might be affected by corruption. Money laundering, bribery, and other things can really put a massive weight on development in countries that really need that help. Something that we think of a lot here in EB-5 because there have been so much fraud in the past. Integrity is a really important function of what we do.
Well, I think we're only scratching the surface. It's great to be here. Obviously, you can see great weather here in DC for the spring meetings. And I think really great to be representing ALC and the work that we're doing to spread the message for the positives that EB-5 creates within the U.S.